Alright, doing predictions for UFC 238. Great card. Mainly looking forward to Cejudo versus Moraes and Cowboy versus Tony Ferguson. We'll be starting off with that with Donald Cowboy Cerrone, Muay Thai striker with a great jab, and of course famous for his deadly head kick. He's finished, I think he's got the most head kick knockouts in UFC history. He'll also put in that front kick sometimes, like he did with Ali Quinta. Great kicking game. His hands are decent too. Good boxing. In terms of his grappling, he can submit anyone. Amazing submissions. I mean, that armbar on Mike Perry was beautiful to see. And physically, his cardio is amazing. I mean, we saw him do 5 rounds like it was nothing against Ali Quinta. And he is tall for a lightweight, 6'1". But Tony Ferguson is something special at lightweight. I mean, 11-fight win streak. He should have been fighting for the undisputed title for a long time ago, but he needs to beat Cowboy now, who's on a great run at lightweight. Tony's striking is incredibly unorthodox. I mean, he'll throw in elbows, up elbows, spinning elbows. He'll stance switch as he runs forward. His pressure and his output is insane. For his grappling, his jiu-jitsu, his 10th planet jiu-jitsu is very unorthodox. He'll put in elbows from the bottom. Kevin Lee took him down and Tony beat him up from the bottom with elbows. He's gone for Imanari roll takedowns. He's famous for that Darce choke as well. And physically, Tony's cardio is absolutely on another level. I mean, we know he trains at altitude. He trains for 6 hours straight. 3 rounds, neither of these are going to gas out. And he's very long, got very long arms. I mean, Cerrone's a big, tall guy with a long reach, but Tony has 3 inches of reach on him, 76 inches. And his recovery from getting knocked down is incredible. For the prediction, I think it's probably not going to go to the ground, and if it does, they're both so good, I don't see either of them getting submitted unless they're really rocked. And on the feet, I think Cerrone's going to struggle to use his rangy attacks like the jab. Cowboy's kicks will be good, but Tony can kick as well. As I said, both the cardios are amazing, so I don't think either of them are going to gas out. But I think Tony's pressure and his reach and his output is just going to be a little bit much for Cowboy. But there is that Khabib versus Tony curse. We know if Tony wins this and Khabib beats Poirier, they're going to be fighting for the title, and that fight has fallen apart 4 times, incredibly. So Cerrone's no easy fight. Anything can happen in MMA. So I have this horrible gut feeling that Cowboy's going to win it. But I still will go with Tony Ferguson. I'll go 60% chance for Tony. I think it's going to be a decision. I think it's going to be quite close. Cowboy starts slow, so Tony can put it on him early, and then maybe Cerrone will start getting better towards the end. But it's only 3 rounds, sadly. But I do still see Tony just putting a bit more output than Cowboy and beating him on the cards. And Will also went for Tony, as you can see. For Shevchenko versus I'm not going to mess around. I think Shevchenko is better everywhere. Shevchenko is probably the pound for pound best female fighter ever. I know she lost to Nunes twice, but they were both close decisions, especially the second one was a split decision, lost to a much bigger Amanda Nunes at bantamweight. She's beaten Holly Holm and Joanna Jędrzejczyk, both amazing strikers. And Ai's main thing is her boxing. Ai has got this title shot off 3 decision wins. 2 of them were actually split decisions. Now, Ai could win. I'm not saying it's impossible, because combat sports, and MMA especially, are very unpredictable and anything can happen. But, as I say, Valentina, I think, is better everywhere. So I'm going for 95%. I'll go for an early finish, probably on the ground. It could be ground and pound, or maybe a submission. I think I'll go with a submission. And similarly to me, Will had never seen Jessica Ai fight, so he's gone for Valentina with a high percentage as well, but not as high as mine. And now we get on to the fight for TJ Dillashaw's vacated bantamweight belt. Magic Marlon Moraes, the rightful number 1 contender, coming off 3 devastating knockouts. He's an absolutely insanely powerful Muay Thai striker. He can knock you out with kicks, he can knock you out with punches. He's so fast. His timing is incredible. He's also no joke on the ground. He can submit you. I mean, he submitted Rafael Assunção, and he is a big bantamweight against Henry, the gold medal Cejudo. I think he needs a change of nickname by now. It's become an absolute amazing meme. Henry Cejudo's gold medal at the Olympics, of course, in freestyle wrestling. So we'll talk about that first. What else can you say? He has a gold medal in the Olympics in wrestling. He used it to control DJ. That could be a problem for Moraes. Striking wise, he used to be very orthodox boxing style, and then he changed it up to a kind of karate, Conor McGregor long stance, long lead hand, power side heavy style, which has worked very well for him. He dethroned the most dominant UFC champion in history, Demetrius Johnson. I do think the decision should have gone DJ's way, but either way, amazing performance from Cejudo. Then knocked out in 30 seconds TJ Dillashaw, the best bantamweight of all time, and TJ Dillashaw was on drugs in that fight. A controversial stoppage again, but I think Cejudo would have beaten him regardless. I don't think he's going to be too small for bantamweight. I think he'll still have power. He will be fast, but that long stance might be a problem against Moraes' devastating leg kicks. So the prediction is very difficult, and I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go for Marlon Moraes, 55%. Cejudo could easily pull off a third straight upset. I've been wrong about him twice. I thought DJ'd beat him, I thought TJ'd beat him. So he could prove me wrong again, but I'm gonna go with Moraes. I think the leg kicks will be a problem. I think his size and his power is gonna be a problem. Cejudo can use his wrestling, but I think the leg kicks might open up a late head kick KO. But amazing fight. I really look forward to it. Will has gone for Henry Cejudo. So we finally got a different pick now, and it'll be really exciting to see who's right.